Who is Chef Steve Jayson? Well, I am the Vice President and Corporate Executive Chef for Universal Parks and Resorts. And I work here in sunny Orlando, Florida, and I'm responsible for the culinary part of everything that we do that touches our guests that has to do with food and beverage and Universal Orlando, including CityWalk and everything else that we do here. And sometimes I travel for the company to our other parks around the world. How did I start in my culinary field? Well, I was 16 years old. I wanted to get a job. I was living in upstate New York, and a restaurant was opening just down the street. I was able to get a job in there washing dishes because I wanted to make some money so I could buy a car because I had just gotten my driver's license. And one thing led to another, and I wound up staying and working in that restaurant for the next 3.5 years, and I got promoted shortly after coming to work there into the kitchen, and it's just been the kitchen ever since. I loved what I was doing as a chef. I loved what I was doing working in the kitchen. And as I grew in my career and I traveled, I wound up here in Central Florida with Universal. It was just an unbelievable thing. And I got to come here to work when it was nothing but dirt and create all of this. And when I look around now, I just can't believe what I've done here with the culinary program and what Universal has grown to become. It's just amazing. We started out one theme park, a number of very great restaurants, all themed around the type of food that they were in the area they were sitting in, and trying to come up with that really authentic cuisine. As we evolved and we added on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Islands of Adventure, and CityWalk, we created all these new things. And let me tell you something, we're not even scratching the surface. There's so much more to come. It's amazing what we've got coming in the future. And we're just going to continue to evolve and grow and create all these new and exciting things, so when our guests come here, they get to try out all this great stuff while they enjoy all those great rides and shows. There are so many memorable moments of my entire career, but if I had to pick a couple of the top ones, the number one thing is coming to work at Universal. And I didn't know it at the time, but when I look back, it has to be, because at Universal, I was able to do everything that I had learned up till then and apply it to all of the different things that we developed here. And again, when I came to work here, it was just one theme park, and now it has grown into what it is, not only here, but around the world. So I've been able to go and travel and work with people from around the world and create cuisine in different places for our parks, plus everything we've done here, including all of the great stuff at CityWalk. Another memorable part was creating butterbeer. That was like, oh my God, that was amazing. It's like, every time they ask the guests, what's the single thing you want to do when you visit Harry Potter? They say, have a butterbeer. And it's like, to say I was the creator of that, wow. It's like I gotta think the guy that created chicken wings sits there and thinks about that. I get to say I created butterbeer. That's pretty good. And then the third thing I would have to say is, back in the year 2000, I was recognized as the chef, as the American Culinary Federation National Chef of the Year, which is a prestigious organization of 25,000 chefs and cooks. And to be chosen for that was, again, another very memorable part of my career. What do I consider being more of an artist or a mentor or an administrative type of a person? It has to be everything. A chef nowadays is definitely creative. Has to be, want to continue to develop new menu items to entice their guests to come back. Here at Universal Orlando, we want to stay cutting edge, not only with our rides and our shows, but with our food offerings. It's very important. We want to be sensitive to people's diets. We want to be sensitive to the way the culinary world is evolving and growing and what people are looking for. So that's a very important part of the job. And we continue to do that every day here. We have so many different restaurants. We're constantly revisiting those menus and creating things. Then the administrative part of it, of course, this is a huge place. We have so many employees that work for us. There's so many culinarians that work here. And as the leader, I have to make sure all of our people are trained properly and they have a mentor to look at, meaning in me, exemplify the professional culinary leadership that we have here. So that's a very, very important part of it also. And then, a chef is a historian. They have to reach back into time and look at things and bring that to the, you're like the, I want to say you're like the leader of the band. You're the orchestra leader, and you've got all these different pieces, and you have to constantly every day lead the band and do that. So all of those things, the creativity, the passion, the administration, the mentorship, they're all so equal here for me. My piece of advice to someone who would want to become a chef is do it. And just jump into it, immerse yourself in it. It's a great thing to do. Working at Universal Orlando for me has been wonderful, and I can tell you, a young person getting into this industry, if they really want to do it and they immerse themselves in it, they're going to love it. So my future plans with Universal Parks and Resorts, it's endless. I mean, when you look around the world and the things we've done, we recently opened up the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Osaka. We're soon to do that in California. We're going to open up Universal in Beijing. I'm going to be involved in helping and assisting in these areas to make the program, the culinary programs, as good as you would find here at Universal Orlando, and just going to continue to the new things we have coming here. So there's so much coming that it's going to keep me very busy, and it's going to be really, really good stuff.